stole Christmas. By Dr. Seuss. What have you guys heard about the miracle?
Shh. Okay, kindergarten, we're quiet.
Okay. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. It could be perhaps that his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville was busy now, hanging a holly Who wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming. For tomorrow I know all the Who girls and boys will wake bright and early and rush for their toys. And then, oh, noise! Oh, the noise! There's one thing I hate. Oh, the noise! Then Who's young and old will sit down to a feast. And they'll feast, and they'll feast, and then feast! They'll feast on Who bread, and rare Who roast beast. It's something I cannot stand. And then they'll do something the Grinch hates most of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, will stand close together. With Christmas bells ringing, they'll stand hand in hand, and those Who's will start singing, and they'll sing, and they'll sing, and they'll sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this, the more the Grinch thought this Who Christmas scene, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for year after year I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. I mean, in what way? Are you having a holly jolly Christmas? Oh no! You're not going to help me. Then you might well. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. Ding. The Grinch laughed in his throat. Yeah, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. With his coat and his hat, I look just like Saint Nick. Oh. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max, and he took some red thread and tied a big horn on top of his head. Alright, you're a reindeer. There's your motivation. Your name is Rudolph. You're big of the red nose and nobody likes you. Then one day, Santa picks you and you save Christmas. Well, never mind. Just keep it kind of loosey-goosey. You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas is a lousy ending. Way too commercial. Action! Brilliant! And he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks in his ramshackle sleigh, and he whistled for Max. Then the Grinch said, "Get up!" And the sleigh started down toward the halls where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. All the Who's were all dreams. White snow filled the air. All the Who's were all sleeping sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, "This is stop number one," the old Grinchy Claus hissed, and some empty bags in his fist, and climbed up to the roof. Then he slid down to the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Blasted, what a weight! He stuck his head out and the fireplace blew. A little more stuff, please. Where the little Who's stockings all over the room. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Okay, fellas, chow time. And he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room. He took every present, pop guns, bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn and plums, and he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed the bags one by one up to the chimney. And he slunk to the icebox. Slunk. He eyed the Who's face. He took the Who pudding. And he took the roast beast. Ah! He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. And he even took the last can of Who hash. And he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tray. As the Grinch started shoving the tree, as the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove, he heard a small sound like a coo of a dove. He turned around quickly and he saw a little Who, little Cindy Lou who was known for him too. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Sandy Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" But you know, the Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought of a lie and he thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the Grinchy Claus lied, "there's a light on this tree that will light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here. And and he's fed food the child, and patted her head and got her a drink and sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who was in bed with her cup, he crept to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. And he went up himself the old fire, and the last thing he took was the log for their fire. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food they left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. And he did to the other whose houses, leaving crumbs too much. And he did the same thing to the other whose houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other whose mouses. It was a quarter at dawn. All the whoos were still in bed, all the whoos still a snooze. He packed up his head, packed it up with their presents, their ribbons, their wrappings, their tags, their tinsel, their trimmings and trappings. 3,000 feet up, rode with his nose to the tip-top dump. Ho-ho to the hose! He was graciously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, and I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open in a minute or two, and then the who's down in Whoville will all cry. Boo-hoo. That's the noise that I simply, that's the noise, Grinch, that I simply must hear. He paused. Then the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a snore. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But this sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded glad. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing. Without any present at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch face ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. What happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say, the Grinch, a small heart, threw 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so right, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast.